Did you know the secret weapon that helped the U.S. win World War I wasn't a machine or a strategy, it was a language? In 1918, during the brutal final months of the war, the U.S. Army turned to an unlikely group of heroes, the Choctaw Nation. Their mission? To outsmart the German enemy with a tactic no one saw coming. But why the Choctaw? And how did their ancient language become a battlefield game changer? At the time, German forces had cracked almost every U.S. code, intercepting and deciphering messages with ease. Desperate for an unbreakable system, the Army turned to a group of Choctaw soldiers who spoke their native tongue, a language so unique it didn't even have a written form. Within hours, Choctaw code talkers were transmitting messages that left the enemy completely baffled. Orders like troop movements and supply drops were suddenly impossible for the Germans to decode. Here's the twist. This wasn't just clever, it was groundbreaking. The Choctaw weren't just soldiers, they became the pioneers of what we now know as military code talking, a strategy later perfected by the Navajo in World War II. But here's the kicker. Just a generation earlier, Native Americans like the Choctaw were being punished for speaking their own languages in U.S. boarding schools. Now that same language was saving lives and shaping history. So why don't we hear more about the Choctaw code talkers today? Their contributions remained classified for decades, buried in the shadows of history. But their story reminds us of the power of culture, resilience, and the voices that history tried to silence. What other untold stories are hiding in the pages of history? Maybe it's time we listened.